So in this video, we are going to consider the quadratic curve y equals minus x squared, take away 8x, take away 7. I have already partially sketched it, so we've got the shape, and I've labelled the roots minus 7 and minus 1. Now, if you were thinking about where do they come from the equation, well, we're essentially going into higher kind of territory there with factorising. So just to kind of give you a heads up if you're looking at this as for foundation. So two real ways of doing that. You could factor the minus sign out and then factorise it that way, which I think is probably the neater way of doing this. So what I mean by that is if you factor out minus 1 from everything, so like so, what you're then left with is trying to factorise what's inside this bracket. So two numbers that multiply together make 7 but add together make 8 is 7 and 1. So then, in order to work out where it crosses the x-axis, you need to put y is equal to 0. And so, if y is 0, then either x plus 7 is 0, in which case x equals minus 7, or x plus 1 is 0, in which case x must be minus 1. And so you can solve it that way. But what we want to do is make sure we've labelled all the important points. First of all, the y-intercept. Well, that's when x is 0, so those two terms are gone. It's the term on the end, minus 7. This is a parabola. It has a line of symmetry. And this point here is halfway between minus 7 and minus 1. So if we add them together, minus 7 plus negative 1 is minus 8. Divided through by 2, we get minus 4. So this line has the equation x equals minus 4. That's the line of symmetry. So the point we're interested in is the turning point. We know the x coordinate already is minus 4, so can we work out the y coordinate? So when x is equal to minus 4, y will be equal to minus 4 squared, take away 8 lots of minus 4, take away 7. Be very careful with brackets here. Okay, lots of minus signs going on. So let's simplify this very carefully. Minus 4 squared is 16. We have minus that, so minus 16. Minus 8 times minus 4 is 32, so plus 32. And then we've got the take away 7 on the end. So minus 16 plus 32 is 16. Take away 7 is 9. So the coordinates of the turning point are minus 4, 9.